You ever notice how the Hemi debate never actually dies? Like every time the internet tries to bury the V8, it pops back up, louder, angrier, and somehow even more expensive. And here's why. Ram just revealed the 2026 secret that proves this whole thing isn't over. Not because they posted a press release that says Hemi is back. Not because a dealer whispered, "Trust me, bro." They revealed it in the only way automakers tell the truth anymore, in how they're positioning the truck, what they're incentivizing, and what they're quietly leaving the door open for. Because if the Hurricane Inline 6 was the clean final replacement, the debate would be done, but it isn't. And the reason it isn't is the trap nobody wants to say out loud. The Hurricane is the future for the average buyer. The Hemi is the insurance policy for the exact buyer who keeps Ram's reputation alive. The tow guy, the 200,000-mile guy, the "I don't want to beta test your new tech" guy. Today we're going to break down what Ram revealed, why the Hemi argument isn't dead, and the hard math that decides which engine is actually the smarter play in 2026, depending on how you use your truck. Let's get into it. First, we need to define the battlefield. This isn't V8 versus i6, like it's a bar fight. This is identity versus economics. Ram has two problems that are pulling in opposite directions. Problem number one, the market and regulations want more efficiency, more modern, more turbo. Problem number two, truck buyers want trust, predictability, the feeling that the engine won't turn into a $10,000 lesson at $120,000. And right now, those two problems are colliding inside one decision: Hurricane versus Hemi. That's the war. Now here's the villain, and you need to hear this early. The villain isn't turbo engines or V8s. The villain is forced change without trust, because truck guys don't mind new tech. They mind being the guy who finds out what fails first, and Ram knows that. So, what's the 2026 secret? It's simple. Ram isn't trying to end the debate. They're trying to control it, meaning they want a lineup where they can sell Hurricane to the masses, while keeping a Hemi-shaped escape hatch for the buyers who would otherwise leave the brand. That's why the debate isn't over. It's strategic. Now let's lay out the engines like grown-ups. No marketing fluff. The Hurricane i6, modern twin-turbo inline 6. Big torque, quick spool, feels snappy. In real life, it can feel faster than the old V8 because the torque hits earlier and harder. And yes, on paper, it can look like the smarter engine, the 5.7 Hemi, naturally aspirated V8, linear power, predictable response, and most importantly, a known ownership pattern, good and bad. Because Hemi guys know the villain's lifter/cam tick risk, manifold bolt issues, and the stuff shops have already seen 1,000 times. That matters, because known villains are sometimes easier to live with than unknown complexity. Now let's talk about the thing nobody wants to admit. In the real world, most people don't buy engines. They buy feelings. Hemi buyers buy certainty and sound. Hurricane buyers buy modern performance and the promise of efficiency. But the only thing that ends arguments is receipts. So let's get to the receipts, the money math. Here's the first hard truth. MPG is not the deciding factor. Cost per mile is. Because fuel grade, towing behavior, tire size, gears, driving style, those decide what your wallet feels. So let's run the clean 5-year math the way we did in the viral Ram video. Assumptions: 15,000 miles per year. 5 years equals 75,000 miles. Regular 87, $3.60. Mid-grade 89, $3.90. If your state is higher, the gap gets worse. Now let's use realistic MPG averages. Hurricane SO, call it 20 miles per gallon average for mixed real life. Hemi, call it 18 miles per gallon average for mixed real life. Could you do better? Sure. Could you do worse? Absolutely. But this is the middle of the road. Fuel cost over 5 years. Hurricane 75,000 divided by 20 equals 3,750 gallons. $3,750 times $3.60 equals $13,500. Hemi, 75,000 divided by 18 equals 4,166 gallons. $4,166 times $3.90 equals $16,250. That's about a $2,750 difference over 5 years. So yeah, fuel is an argument. But fuel isn't the war-ending argument, because $2,750 is real money. until one repair event deletes it. And that brings us to the second hard truth. Truck ownership isn't won at the pump. It's won in the service lane. Now let's get into failure villains, because this is why the Hemi debate isn't over. Hemi villain, the known repair punch. If you get hit with lifter taw cam failure, you're staring at a multi-$1,000 event. If you get hit with manifold bolts, it's annoying and it stacks. The point isn't that every Hemi fails. The point is, the failure mode is known and the cost range is known. That predictability is valuable. Hurricane villain, the unknown system tax. The Hurricane isn't bad by default. It's just new enough that the long-term patterns are still being written. And turbo engines have a different kind of risk. Not always catastrophic, not always frequent. But when you do get hit, it's usually not one simple part. It's the system. Turbos, heat management, sensors, calibration, plumbing, higher cylinder pressure. The stuff that makes the engine awesome is also what makes it more complex to own outside warranty. So, what did Ram reveal for 2026? They revealed they understand the psychology of that risk, because if they truly believed Hurricane ends the story, they wouldn't need an escape hatch. But the debate stays alive because the market is still split into two tribes. Tribe A, I want the new tech. I trade every few years. I stay under warranty. Tribe B, I keep trucks forever. I tow. I don't want new surprises. Tribe B is where the Hemi lives. And Tribe B is why Ram can't just delete the V8 without consequences. Now here's where the conversation gets real. The Hemi debate isn't really about which engine is better. It's about who gets punished. Because every new tech era has the same story arc. Early adopters feel like geniuses, until the out-of-warranty bills start showing up on the second owner. That's how the market decides what it trusts. And Ram knows that trust decides resale. So here's the 2026 secret in plain English. Ram is protecting resale demand by keeping the V8 conversation alive. Because if a Hemi option exists, even limited, even special trims, even select availability, it changes how buyers view the Hurricane trucks on the used market. It keeps the market from deciding Hurricane is the compromise engine, and compromise engines get punished. That's why Ford kept V8s around longer than people expected. That's why GM drags its feet on certain changes. And that's why Ram can't let the Hemi die cleanly. Not if they want to keep their base. If you like these breakdowns, no hype, just real truck math and real ownership traps, you might want to subscribe. I post these so you don't find out the truth after you've already paid for it. Now let's talk about the one thing that actually exposes engines. Towing. Towing is where window stickers go to die. Because towing changes everything: boost behavior, oil temps, transmission behavior, fuel consumption, and how hard the engine works to do the job. Hurricane towing reality. Torquey comes early. It feels effortless. It can pull like it's angry. But turbo engines have a tax. When you ask for power, they give it, and they drink. So Hurricane towing MPG can drop hard depending on wind, grade, speed, and load. Hemi towing reality. Not as punchy, but predictable. Linear. It doesn't have the same boost spike behavior. And that predictability is why a lot of long-haul guys still trust it. Not because it's the most advanced engine, because it's the devil they know. Now, does that mean Hurricane can't tow? No. It means if you're a tow guy who lives at 70 to 75 miles per hour into headwinds and grades, you're going to live in the conditions where turbo engines are working hardest. That's where the long-term question lives. And that's why Ram keeping the Hemi debate alive makes sense. They need a story for both owners. So, what's the actual verdict for 2026? Here's the only honest way to answer it. It depends on how long you keep the truck and whether you live under warranty or outside it. If you lease, flip trucks, or stay under warranty, Hurricane is hard to argue against. Strong performance, solid daily drivability, potential fuel savings. And you're protected from the scary out-of-warranty system repairs. In that world, the Hurricane is the smart play. If you keep trucks to 200,000 and tow hard, the smart play becomes about risk tolerance. Because a Hemi owner can say, I'll budget for known issues. A Hurricane owner has to say, I'm betting the new tech stays boring long-term. And boring is what you want, not exciting. Exciting is horsepower. Boring is ownership. Now let's do the final simple math question that ends the debate for most people. Are you buying the truck for the first 75,000 miles? or the next 125,000 after that. If it's the first 75,000, Hurricane looks great. You get the performance and you'll likely avoid the scary stuff. If it's the next 125,000, that's where people start leaning back toward the old logic. Known engine, known patterns, known costs. And that's the 2026 secret. Ram didn't reveal it with a quote. They revealed it by keeping the V8 argument alive, because the moment the market believes the V8 is truly dead, the market starts pricing the new engine like a risk, and trucks are too expensive for buyers to accept extra risk without extra reward. So here's what I want you to do if you're shopping 2026. Don't ask, which engine is better? Ask these 3 questions. How many miles do I drive per year? Do I tow? And how often? Am I keeping this truck past warranty? If you tow a lot and you keep trucks forever, the Hemi debate will never be over for you, because your priorities aren't the same as the guy chasing the newest spec sheet. If you commute, drive normal miles, and trade trucks, Hurricane can be the smart move. That's the truth. 2 different buyers, 2 different winners, and that's why the Hemi debate isn't over, because Ram can't afford for it to be over. If they end the V8 story completely, they risk losing the one thing that separates a truck brand from just another manufacturer with a turbo engine: trust. If this video helped you look past the badge and into your real costs, hit subscribe. And drop a comment with 2 things: which engine you'd pick in 2026, Hemi or Hurricane, and how long you keep your trucks, under 100,000 or to 200,000 plus. Because the next guy reading your comment is trying not to get burned, and real owner data is the only thing that beats marketing.